Good evening. We're following breaking news right now out of Winona, where police say one person is dead in a church shooting. Our reporter Matt Lackritz has been following the events all day long and joins us now where a press conference is just wrapped up. Hey there, Matt.
Hey, JJ. As you just said, we just left the press conference with Smith County Sheriff Larry Smith a few minutes ago, who was able to share some new information with us. Most importantly, what we want to start off with is that he shared the identification of the suspect, and his name is Mitres Dante Woolen of Marshall, 21 years old, who is now in custody. And we also learned that he did have a gunshot wound from his hand and was briefly taken to the hospital before being taken into custody, but like I said, that's where he is now. We were also given the identity of the pastor who died this morning, and that is Pastor Mark Allen McWilliams of Frankston. Now, there were also two other people who were injured from this morning's shooting at Starville Methodist Church in Winona. While we don't know their identities, the one person who was shot, they had surgery at a local Tyler hospital. They are now out. They are in stable condition. And the other person who fell and hurt their shoulder while trying to evade gunshot wounds, as we understand, is also doing okay. Now, one other thing that we'd like to share right now is that Woolen is also believed to be involved in a drive-by shooting in Marshall around 5:30 yesterday, and of course this is around 2 hours prior to the initial high-speed chase that started around 7:30 p.m. last night. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you there's a lot going on with this story, a lot of things that have happened between the initial chase down and when he was brought into custody, and we're going to be breaking all that down tonight during our 10 p.m. newscast. JJ?
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Well, in the meantime, Governor Abbott also reacting to the shooting over social media. In a statement, the governor saying, "Our hearts are with the victims and the families of those killed or injured in this terrible tragedy." He goes on to say the state of Texas is working closely with first responders and local officials to ensure that justice is served and that the Starville community has the resources it needs during this time. Again, if you're just joining us now, we've been following the events of a church shooting in Starville near Winona. Officials say one person is dead. They've identified the victim as Pastor Mark McWilliams. Deputies say the suspect had been hiding in the church's bathroom stall following a chase last night. That person was identified tonight as 21-year-old Mitres Dante Woolen. Deputies believe the pastor of the church found the man hiding in the stall, and after a struggle, Woolen shot the pastor. There are two other victims in the incident. Their identities have not been released at this time. We'll continue to follow the details of the incident on tonight's CBS 19 News at 10. We'll also bring you more information as we get it. You can find the latest on CBS19.tv. We now return you to 60 Minutes.